Breaking news. Farmers, herders clash. Anyone bearing arms unlawfully must be arrested. Presidency. Hello, my wonderful people. When you see that word presidency, does not mean that President Muhammadu Buhari has spoken. No. Like we said, it's those his aides, Garuba Shehu, Femi Adesina, Lai Mohammed, one of the ministers, but is the only minister referred to as presidency. When Lai Mohammed speaks, this called, even when the wife of the president speaks, it's not called presidency. But when Lai Mohammed speaks and they term it presidency, it means that that is the state of the president. That is what what the president would have said. They are standing. I don't know who made them, those gave them those kind of lawful power and rights and all that. I don't know. Honestly, I cannot tell you. But presidency now have spoken. So, my dear, you'll be hearing one of the presidency speaking because Muhammadu Buhari has rather been silenced in the face of what has been going on in the country. He's supposed to be the chief security officer of the whole of the Federation of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. However, he's been quiet. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if this is your first time. Thank you so much. Farmers, herders clash. Anyone who bears arms unlawfully must be arrested. Presidency. I told you. Special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, said yesterday that the position of the president on the farmers and herders clash and the recent killing in the country is that anyone bearing arms unlawfully must be arrested and prosecuted. Adesina said this while responding to a question on farmers and elder clash in the country during a television program tagged Politics Today on Channels Television. The president's spokesman restated that the position of the president was always and has been the same on the farmers and elder clash issue. What is it? What has it been and what will it be? And why can't he address the nation? We've seen other great leaders of the world, addressing their people, especially during the time of the whole world lockdown. When the whole world went on lockdown, guess what? Presidents that are presidents, prime ministers, because a country like Great Britain, Canada, they call their president as we will call president. They call them their number one guy, prime minister. Even when the prime minister of a country like Great Britain was, at a point he contracted the COVID thing and he was in isolation, even while he was in intensive care, he was still addressing the nation from isolation, from being secluded from the people. He was still having video conferences, and you could see it's not staged. All through the lockdown recount, did Buhari address the nation up to 4 times? You could see Boris Johnson, or was it Trump? People will criticize and criticize. He even had contracted it at some point, yet addressing the people and the nation. Femi Adesina is telling us the position of Buhari. What is the position? Do you know it? I would like to know. If you can leave me a comment to tell me what Buhari's position is, I'll be really delighted and I'll respond to you accordingly. Let's continue. He said, if the governors will say that he hadn't heard the president speak on the matter, that's what he should make clear. It is not that the president hadn't spoken, because a number of times the president has spoken on this issue. When the killing of people, does it not matter to him now? His position has always been the same. Anyone that carries arms unlawfully should be arrested and prosecuted. The president has said it countless times, and that is his position. Whoever he is, wherever he comes from, criminality is criminality. Anyone bearing arms unlawfully should be arrested and prosecuted. My dear, I'll quickly burst your bubble. Very recently, the Maitiala Breeder Cattle Association was in Aso Rock to see the president to deliberate on this farmer header clash, and with regards to them thinking about giving them amnesty for their crime that they have committed, mass murder to mention but a few. Guess what? If you can look closely, you see one of the pictures where you have them wearing their turban and the rest. You will see AK-47 in their hands. That was in the presidential villa, where we have DSS, we should have one of the highest security intelligence operation, and these people that are carrying those arms are not the military. They are not security agencies. They are ordinary men and women who call themselves by the name of an association, Cattle Breeder Association, free to carry those arms. Look at their hands. Look closely. You will see what I'm saying. Look at it. These pictures are all over the media. Went into the presidency fully armed. Not anyone stopped them. You know what they are telling you? Talk, they say, is cheap. Action speaks louder than voice. It tells you the position of the heart. Until now, not a single word from the president to address the state of the nation and to say, my people, this is wrong. Anyone who does this, that, this is what will be done. These are the consequences. Guess what? Everybody in the country will sit up immediately. Everybody, they would, like they say when we were back in school, we take their square roots. Everybody, look at what happened in Ondo State, where a first-class monarch was killed. And the governor, besides that, a lot has been happening, woke up one morning and said, you know what, that's enough. It's about time. You know what? Fulani headsmen, leave my state. Leave the forest. Anyone caught will be dealt with, blah, 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 blah. And when he said those words, guess what happened? They should leave their state. Guess what? It was the presidency that responded. What you are doing is unconstitutional. He did not speak with regards to the issue on ground, that lives and property were being destroyed. People borrow money to go into farming for that farming season. And these herders will come with their cattle and gracefully devour the whole crops. Not a single word to say, how can we compensate the farmers? What should we do? This is wrong. Now listen, headsmen, if you are going to commit crime, come back home. Yes, you don't have to be there to transact your businesses. Have a link person, and when they need the goods, send it back to them. There are ways to resolve issues. That may not be it. There are other ways. What about stopping this nomadic, roaming around? What about you saying to these people, you cannot be moving cattle all around? What about going into modern way of farming today? What about creating opportunity for the young ones among them to have education? Educating them on the veterinary aspect of animal husbandry so that their cattle can produce optimally. Instead of roaming around, they can get the best from the same cattle. There are ways to do this, but guess what? Your government will not do that because why? They are aiding it. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now.